All right, man. We're in. We're back like we never left. You know how it works. I go by the name of Zeus, aka Diver.
And I'm the co-host with the most, the number 2 captain on this trip. I am Drizzy Freckles, aka the Golden Child.
Salute, salute, salute. We are here, people, man. And this is Watch It or Not,
TV.
the best movie and TV show across the land. Yeah?
Oh,
From far and wide, close and near, in the middle, on the left, and on the right. We're here.
we're here.
You know how it
We got
goes.
you, like makeup, we got you covered.
I like that. I like that, yeah? People, press the subscribe button, like, leave a comment, press the notification bell so you know when this thing is coming. Do all the good stuff. Tell a friend so they can tell a friend, and they tell a friend. And before you know it, we got a
We'll be
community.
friends. Oh,
Yeah?
Yeah.
Big community. Yeah? All right. Man like Golden Child, man. How has life been kicking you in the ass? Because no one ever asks that. You know it's hard. So, how's life been kicking you in the ass, man?
Ooh, like it's been okay. It's not been heavy ones. It's not been heavy kicks. I saw a clip on YouTube, on IG.
Hold on, wait. 'Cause I feel like that instantly just sets the tone of negativity. It's like, hold on, wait, shit.
Nah,
Well, but they hasn't really been
I'm
that
gonna
bad.
bring it up. I'm gonna bring it back up. Don't worry. I saw this clip on IG where this woman made a clip of where she was basically saying like, "This is how it used to be in the '80s." Excuse me. And I ain't gonna lie to you, bruv. It got man a little bit. I was like, who's cutting the onions around here, man? Wagwan. I had some happy tears,
Oh, it
bro.
got you a little down, yeah.
Yeah.
Got
That
you a little down.
nostalgic drug. I didn't know I needed it, but it hit me right in the veins, man. We're not condoning drug abuse, but I'm just using it as a, you know. And there were
Next
so
thing
many
up.
things that I was like, I did that, or I wore that, I was part of that, I used to do that, and I was just like, damn, man. I was like, raw, like, what I would have give to run that back again.
I'm
And I was
saying
just like, all right,
the hard
cool, yeah,
the
you know
hard
what
the
I'm
hard
saying?
reality the hard reality is two things. One, you didn't abuse it, like you didn't take advantage and like
Yeah,
utilize it. And even if you did it like a lot, like I mean like you went in on a particular thing that you enjoyed back in the day, it's like
yeah,
I could have done double that. Like
yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah,
should have done
absolutely.
enough. I should have done more of that. And that brings me to the second point is people told you like olders told you like make sure you enjoy that, indulge in that, don't
Yeah,
do that too fast. But like everything else, you need to experience it, man. And that's the
yeah,
catch 22 of life. Like people can tell you till they're blue in the face, but you're never really gonna know until you experience it. And then by the time you experience it, like you've gone through it. You hear me?
this is
Man,
true. I made
crazy.
that comment. I was like, I can't do it any justice by telling you about it. You just had to be,
Yeah,
that was a great decade for cinema. Like if you check what films came out in the 1980s, brother.
that's why. That's what I'm saying, man.
How you doing, brother? It feels like we're having a little therapy session. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a point
yeah. I
back
mean,
together. You know what I
sometimes
mean?
release. Sometimes you just have to
Don't hold
let
it
it
in,
out.
man.
Let it out. Yeah. Don't hold it in like a fart,
Yeah,
because it'll hurt your heart. Yeah.
boss.
All right.
You
Right,
know.
man. I was just thinking about when you was just talking about like the 80s and 90s, and I was thinking about one of my favorite shows, um, well, cartoons, which was the Jetsons, and how I always wanted to be in the future. And now we're in the future, which segues to the first bit of our news about AI. Come
Ooh.
on, pull me this. Listen, talk to me
Right.
nice. Talk
Hey,
to me nice, yeah?
this
Talk
is
to me
that.
nice.
That.
Anyway, you see that beautiful
Say it, bro.
90s future AI. Now we're here. But since we're here, the news of today, people. We're gonna start off with a little bit of talk on AI. We're back here again. So
Hello.
as it's that time of year, we're getting to Christmas. Obviously, the Christmas ads are coming. Coca Cola, known for the Christmas ad, because they normally do their thing. I feel like you don't even really hear about Coca Cola until Christmas.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Listen,
Right,
they do them expensive waste of
like,
money.
who drinks Coke anymore? Like, who drinks Coke? Unless you order like a rum and Coke, which you shouldn't really be ordering a rum and Coke. Like, order a rum and apple juice or something.
Yeah.
A rum and pineapple juice. Like, what we doing still drinking rum and Cokes? But anyway.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I do like a cherry Coke. I don't drink Coke, but when I do, if I do, it's always a cherry. I like a cherry Coke.
I hear that. I hear that.
Dr. Pepper, but whatever. Both of them. Both.
Yeah. I mean, Dr. Pepper, so misunderstood. One of the best adverts ever. Where was I? So, Coca-Cola, Christmas ad.
Yep.
So, they're getting a bit flack because their new Christmas ad is all AI. It's all AI generated. The people in it, everything. They just ran it through ChatGPT. And on the other side came out the ads. And people's like, what? What's going on there? Like, what is this? Is this what we're doing now? We're just AI and everything. Just the easy way out. That's what we're doing. No creativity. Yeah? So, that also led me to find out a bit of flack that someone else has been getting. Which is... What him name there? What him name? Blum. The one who does Blum. Jason Blum. Jason Blum.
JB.
He's the one that does Blumhouse.
Yep.
And so he's getting a bit of flack because he spoke about now looking into possibly doing some stuff using AI.
Okay.
And again, people are like, what go on with that? Like, what we doing? So we're just going to bypass people that's acting. We're going to bypass just writing stories and being creative from our own mind and just running it through the AI thing. Is that what we're doing? And he's like, look, I hear what you're saying. I understand, but all my competition's using it. Like, everyone's using it. This is what they're doing now. So what am I supposed to just get left behind and not know how to use this? So I'm like, I heard that. I hear that. But sometimes you got to be a trendsetter, man. Sometimes you just got to stand your ground. Stand on business. That's what I'm saying. What are you saying?
That's how he kind of got into the door to where he is now. Blumhouse Production, they're a smaller studio, but they make these sick, and I mean sick both in good and in horror, movies on like a shoestring budget in Hollywood terms, and they're making it for like 5 to 10 mil, and then it's going on to make about 90 to 150 mil.
That's what I'm saying.
That's been their thing. So it's like, sometimes they say the best creators are the ones that have minimal amount of resources to make the content, right? And they've been killing it with that as well. I think they got the Wolfman coming out next year as well. The Wolfman, which
I see the trailer of that the other day. Yeah. Blumhouse is always put down.
Yeah, Blumhouse is good, man. They're giving us a lot. All the good horror we've had recently.
Yeah, they also do have a lot of trash, though.
They do.
They do have a lot of
ones
trash.
that hit, like, normally it'll have Blumhouse Productions on it. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
It's going to be interesting to see where they go with this. Coke will clearly, like, we don't want to pay mofos anymore, so let's just...
Yeah, no one ain't drinking our drink, so we ain't paying for actors.
And now all this uproar has just brought more eyes to the advert anyway. So the viewing numbers have they're running up now because everyone's like, let's see what all the art rolls about. It's great marketing.
I wonder how that looks. With quick sidebar with like YouTube. Like, because obviously like that ad was for like a TV ad sort of thing. Yeah, well, you know what? It's one of those things though that if you still watch TV, you're not gonna escape from seeing anyway. Like, you're gonna watch it. Like, it's gonna pop up as an advert in it. So I don't really. Yeah, it's because I don't really watch TV like that. I don't sit down and watch BBC One and ITV, so I don't really know how ads work anymore. I don't see adverts. Even though I see Amazon flipping every 5 seconds now, they want to throw in a... Listen, Amazon, don't.
Bro,
anyway.
Right in the middle of something, you're like, oh my gosh.
Bro, I'm like, what are you doing?
Would you like to buy? And
I'm like, come on, man. A part of me does miss a little advert though, because I was like a toilet break. But anyway, what we got? What else we got?
You know what? Watch this segue. You know, you said about toilet break.
Yeah.
Now that's a time for you to take a pause and do what you got to do. Now, recently we have reports that Denzel had a destination when he's gonna pause and call it a day and retire from making movies.
Ah, see what
What
you
we
did.
didn't find out in that list of movies he mentioned was they're working on an Equalizer 4 and 5.
Yeah, I heard Uncle Denzel, man, knows how to keep a check.
Hey,
I'm not the biggest fan of like Equalizer, but
okay,
I'm also a fan of the Equalizer.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, I'm here for it.
yeah.
I'll watch 4 and 5. Do I think we need it? No, not really. No, but I'm here for it. I'm here. Funny enough, though, when you spoke about the pause, I thought you was gonna talk about the deleted scenes that's getting spoke about when Denzel says he he
Yeah. Well,
threw a
apparently
little.
that's been debunked. Apparently,
Oh, is it?
Ridley debunked that, and he said they acted it out. So what we saw, and I think I know about the scene that you're talking about.
Yeah,
What we
yeah, I
saw
know
in
the
that
scene.
scene.
Yes.
That's exactly how that scene was. So I know,
Okay.
yo,
Okay.
Uncle Denzel. If someone
I
bamboozled
thought
you,
he
he
said
says,
that though.
yeah, he
I thought
did.
he said.
I'm sure or
Okay.
someone's reported it. So I need to go back to the clip they said Denzel said
Yeah,
that
yeah. We
and
need to
hear
get
it
our
for
sources
myself.
right.
Yeah.
Say no more. Because I thought he was just get. I thought he was just, when you just stay ahead of things. Like just
Yeah.
in case you man try to pull out from the files tutus. Now it's online, and you lot are trying to make me look a certain. Listen, here's what I did because I was in character, and this is what the character.
I'm
You know what
controlling
I'm
this
saying?
narrative.
All right.
Yeah,
Get me.
yeah.
Can't fool an old dog. Can't fool an old dog.
No,
Can't
sir.
fool. Can't
Nah,
fool.
that's funny if that
Um,
was the case, man. You know what I mean? But hey,
yeah, that
I
would have
mean,
been crazy.
we've mentioned his name. Hey,
It's
before we
only
get
right.
to the before we get to the main event, I don't know if you saw this clip, right? Paul Mescal, who was I'm trying to blank on his name. What was his name? Lucius.
Lucius. Yeah.
So he's on the red carpet for the movie, and someone says to him, I think it's when they were over here, someone says to him, oh man, how wild was it for you to meet King Charles? And he goes, well, I'm Irish, so it's not really something that's one of my top priorities. I was like,
Well, didn't you hear didn't you see the, well, it wasn't a clip. Well, I didn't see the clip, but apparently a similar situation with Denzel where they told him, oh, King Charles is over here if you want to meet. And he kind of just was like, yeah, well, I'm here for the film, boom, 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 and just continued meeting fans. Yeah, so that's two for, the man them. You
Get
know?
out of here.
You already know how the thing set.
But hey, it's main event time. It's main event Zush.
Main event,
It's main event Drizzy Freckles. It's main event you, the watcher at home, or wherever you're looking at this on whichever device. It's main event time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all around the world, especially those in Rome. We are going to talk about tonight, today, whatever time you're looking at this, Gladiator
Deuces.
Deuces.
Gladiator Deuces, man. The film that feels like people have been waiting for, but not sure if they really wanted it.
It's almost like they've been scared to say, I'll take a second one of those.
Yeah. No, I remember
Yeah.
early on, people kind of was like, nah, yeah, I'm
Why?
down for a Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
But as we started to get closer, I kind of felt like people was like, well,
Warmed up
maybe.
to it.
No, I kind of felt opposite. I kind of felt like, do we need this? Do we? I mean, I'm here for it because I like Gladiator so much. But all right, cool. Since it's here, like, let's go.
Let's go.
Get me. So, this is Gladiator 2. Is the first one a classic for you, by the way?
It's you know what? The first one is one of those films where it's like I just feel like you can ask anyone to say, "Hey, do you watch films?" They go, "Yeah." And it goes, "Oh, what do you think about Gladiator?" Oh, one of the greatest movies made, mate. Like I just think Gladiator's got that.
Yeah.
It's closer to being a classic than it is to being average or I don't like that film. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll give it that. Yeah, I'll give it that 100%. Oh yeah, this one's the second one, which follows on, I believe, 24 years. I want to say 24.
This was directed by Ridley Scott. And
Ridley Scott's in his 80s, bro.
Yeah,
He's a little boy.
I'll
Like
be
how
honest
much?
with you, the last Ridley Scott film I watched that I liked was The Martian. Everything after that's just been like,
I mean, yeah, I get that, but I'm just saying, like he's he's still putting in work
it's
though.
crazy. And then got
Like
Scorsese.
this film from an 80-year-old, an 80
Wow,
plus year old. I think he's closer to 90 if I'm honest. I'm not too sure, but
probably. Yeah,
like this is something that we may never see again. If I'm honest,
yeah.
when we're talking about putting together something like this, I mean, let's just get straight into it.
86.
Like he's 86, see, closer to 90.
Hold on. He's from South Shields. I didn't know this guy was British.
Too sure.
Boy, this guy, this guy's been out in the streets, man. He's got at least 3 ex-wives, boy. God damn.
I mean, it's only right when you're 86. This one stars Paul Mescal,
Yep.
who for me, I thought he was really good in this.
Yes.
I thought Paul Mescal played a really good part. This also stars Denzel, man, like Uncle Denzel, who plays, what's his name in this?
Macrinus?
Yeah,
Just Badman. That's who he played. Badman.
yeah.
Badman. Like
Now, Uncle Denzel was he was one of the standouts when we heard about this film because everyone wanted to see how he was gonna adapt to playing this part. I can honestly say I can see he might be up for a few awards for this one.
for the only Negro in the Village award, Denzel. Nah, but he killed it. Even though there was only one there, but he did his thing.
He wasn't the only one there.
Did you see others?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
These man here, boy, pushing an agenda and narrative. What's going on there? Whole dark skinned brother in the beginning.
One down make it. Sorry. Yeah. My bad. Nah, he committed the S word, man. Because when they walked out, he was just like, "Oh, is this what we're up against?"
Bro,
I got the energy.
He knew what time it was. But anyway, Denzel. So every time he was on screen, he literally stole the show. I totally enjoyed his character. He played a very snidey, snaky, power hungry,
hustler,
flamboyant.
Yeah. Great word.
Yeah, he played a very good character. This also had guy Pedro, the guy who you just can't stop seeing on the big screen and the small screen. His paycheck, I mean, I'm not a pocket watcher like that.
However,
But I tell you what, Pedro sure's raked it in the last 3 to 5 years. I'll tell you that much.
he's not missing the mortgage, is he?
I tell you that much.
And next year, he's in The Last of Us and Fantastic Four. So it's
Yeah.
Pedro World again. And
Yeah.
this is probably going to run into January, probably, if it's got legs.
Yeah.
So he'll essentially have 3 things out into it. Man, to be Pedro's friend's a good thing right now.
Random sidebar, Matt Lucas. I see him in there. I was like, is that Matt? Is that Matt Lucas in there? Is that Matt? I was like, yeah, it's that egghead boy. Man, noticed that egghead from afar, boy. Them distinctive egghead, man. I see it, boy, because I was kind of far back in the cinema. I was like near the back. I was like, I swear I know that egghead, bro. I swear. I sure I knows it. I know. You hear me? And yeah, so shout out to Matt Lucas. Went into this film. What did you think? How did you feel about this one? How did you find it?
Aesthetically, they didn't miss a beat. Like, apparently they built the Colosseum, and it's like, okay, I can see. All right, cool. Aesthetically, it looked great. I like when you're doing timepiece related stuff. I just like to be thrown back into that world and just see how, anything basics from like how they would eat food or how they was traveling around, their garms and all that stuff. So that was chef's kiss. That was just on point.
Yeah.
I liked also the action scenes. I mean, that's bar the storytelling, I think the action is probably the second most important thing. Or
Yeah, I think they
side by
did a
side.
lot. I think they did a lot more with the action this time round.
Absolutely, yeah,
They did a lot
yeah.
more, which I did enjoy. There was a lot of like additions, like the sharks, the
Yeah,
one in the Colosseum. I thought
yeah.
that was a bit out there. It was different, but visually it
But
was
hey, you
okay.
know what?
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
know when they
yeah,
did this sequel. Cool. If you want to try something different, I will
yeah.
give this movie that. It's not for lack of trying. They definitely tried different thing to separate it from the first one. It's like that's its own thing. This is its own thing.
They did. Not too much though. Not
No, no, no,
too
no. Of
much.
course not. No, they played it safe, but they didn't go. They could have gone beat for beat to the first one. But I don't know what them alien monkey things were, but I was like, hey yo,
Yeah, that
get
was
these things
mad.
off my screen ASAP because
Like you wouldn't that was mad. That was I did yeah, see I did find the action good, but
yeah,
some of it was a bit like, okay, I could see it's a bit left. Was trying something new. We're trying to make it stand out in today's time and make it a bit more appealing for
yeah, yeah,
newer viewers. But some of it did take away a little bit
yeah.
uh, of that
Now you're
authenticity.
right because the monkey alien things they looked a little bit. I was like, you look a little bit. This is like I don't. Yeah, the CGI for those in particular was a little bit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But let's talk about Mama Bear and the twins. I think they were meant to be twins, but let's talk about the mama. One of them twins, I would have hotted up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
bro.
One of them twins,
I
I
mean,
wanted to hot him up all the time.
bro, all the time he was on camera, like he annoyed the hell out of me, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He annoyed the hell, and it wasn't
Yeah,
just because of who his character was. I just thought he was rubbish.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah.
I just thought he was irritating. He was annoying. Like it wasn't. It wasn't. What is the word I'm looking for? Not that it was supposed to be. It wasn't airy enough. Like he
Okay.
wasn't. He was trying to do this creepy,
Yeah,
childish,
yeah,
kind of out there character,
yeah,
and it just came across really annoying and jarring, and just like, who is this guy? Like, why are you even like? It's just too silly. It's too silly. You know when someone's that silly, but you're scared of them silly because you don't know what they're gonna do, and it's like, oh my gosh, he's talking to the monkey and making the monkey like. But I you just didn't get that from this character. I didn't really get that, so he kind of annoyed me. His brother was a bit better. His
yeah,
brother I got.
yeah.
His brother was what they were trying to do. They
That's
were
Eddie
trying.
from Stranger Things.
Oh yeah. I noticed.
Yeah,
I got what they were trying to do with him, and yeah, they pulled it off. But together, every time they was on screen, it was something to look at because there was something always going on and something was happening.
yeah.
But again, with that, I just didn't enjoy their acting and characters.
Like just yeah, I mean, yeah, the mum.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk about Mumsy.
Yes, there was only one of them.
Yeah, like it was good to have someone from the first film in this film, and it's like it's good to have a familiar face. A familiar face makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel
Yeah,
like
that was
you know
cool.
what I mean. But you're right, like even when the thing happens at the end, you're like, is that all you give in that
Bro,
moment?
she was put, bro. Even way before that, when she meets my man for the first time,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
comes into the cell bit, right? Like that whole scene there, I was just like, what is this? Like, what is this? Like this was poor. Like I just thought everything she brought to the table in that scene was just poor. And then from there, every time I saw her on camera, I just didn't get anything from her,
Right.
which kind of leads me to a bit of a negative take on this film. I
Okay.
felt like this film lacked a lot of emotion. Like
Yeah,
this film
yeah.
had a lot of action,
Yeah.
but there was nothing tying you in
Yeah,
between
yeah,
these
yeah.
actions. Like things would just come out of nowhere. This would just happen, and it was like, okay, cool. How did we get here? All right, cool. We're here now, and then we'll come out of that, and then we'll go into something else, and it's like, all right, so we're over here now, but from that scene, I thought you lot weren't even cool. Like, what happened in between here? Like, there was there was not a great tie into these big
Yeah.
action scenes, and it just lacked loads of emotion. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I got from her character. There was no emotion. So
Right. And the annoying thing is why I fully agree with what you're saying, because the person that they kind of put in charge of carrying those emotional moments didn't deliver. Like Mumsy had, if there's 10 emotional moments, she probably had at least about 7 of them.
yeah,
And
yeah,
the emotional moments is meant to balance out the action, so the action isn't just visual diarrhea. It makes sense. There's a reason why the action is happening here to move the story on.
here,
And she, on many occasions, fumbled the
drop
ball.
the ball. Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
like with Denzel's character, the way he was navigating through the streets and conversations and meetings and stuff like that, he
Yeah.
was giving you more like, oh my gosh, well, how's he gonna get from here to there? And what is his? You always get thinking, what is his end game? All right,
Because-
he's got this guy, but what is his end game?
exactly.
With
And
her-
depending on who he was with, his character would change, or his
Exactly.
emotion would change, the
Right.
conversation would change, and so you're led to think, okay, shit, my man's playing both sides, or whose side is he really on, or what is he trying to do? So there was a lot more dynamic with that character, and not that I'm expecting her to be on Uncle Denzel's
No, of
level
course
with
not.
the,
There's very
with the
few.
acting,
But
but we
she
just
had one
needed
job.
that.
She had
Like, play
one
the
job.
mum, innit? Play a mum.
Yeah,
Where was the
exactly.
motherly? Where was the motherly kind of love, the emotion, the tears were just, even like with Pedro, with his character, because how they were supposed to be. I just didn't even feel none of that. But she wasn't the only person I didn't feel it from. I felt like the film lacked a lot of emotion.
Yeah, in general, yeah, I agree. But
Yeah.
she had, it's almost like you're there to carry a lot of this on your shoulder. You're meant to carry
Yeah.
a lot of this emotional burden. And it's like Paul Mescal's character, he's like navigating through, he's got a clear target. This person, I've seen this person do this, and because of that person, they caused the death of this person. So my aim is I need to take out this person. All right, cool. I get your intentions. I see what your end game is.
Yeah.
Denzel, his end game was, I felt like it was always changing depending on who he was speaking to or he was in a scene with. But
Yeah.
overall, you could see like he kind of wanted to overthrow what's already going on here.
Yeah.
And Pedro's character was, he was doing everything for her being Rome. He wanted her to be in its best possible form, but even he was wising up to the point of like, Ram, I'm high, high in hands, but these things they got me doing, they don't sit right with me anymore. So he had his own agenda.
Yeah.
Shorty, Mumsy, all she had to, you couldn't tell whether she was with Pedro, her lover, or Lucius, her son. There was no change in her emotion.
In
Like,
conversation and aura, in the
You know
way
what I'm
she
saying?
presented herself, like, yeah. And that kind of set the tone for you not really feeling much for a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really feel much for a lot of them. Like, the only reason why you enjoyed Denzel and Pedro and Paul's character
Yeah.
was because what they were able to do on screen. Like, you just
And they had a lot
enjoyed
of scenes
watching them.
together.
Yeah, and you enjoyed watching them and how what they were doing, and
Yeah.
because there was a lot of action in it, there was a lot to keep you engaged. But by the time they started to get towards the last half an hour, I didn't really feel anything for anyone. Like, I didn't really care that much. Like, I wasn't really invested in the characters like that. Even Lucius's character, I wasn't really invested like that. It's just that you had a lot of good moments on screen, and it was good visually, but I didn't. By the time it got to the end and we got to like the last fight scenes and that, I was like, film's still going on, cool. I wasn't really on the edge of my seat with it. I wasn't on the edge of my seat.
Lucius' motivation, if you really strip it back, is very basic. It's like the typical.
Bro, I wanted
film
to say that,
trope.
bro. It's stupid, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
boy
that
loves
classic
girl or boy, something happens to the partner, and then they go on this revenge.
Now I'm on this massive rage.
We've seen this before.
Yeah.
But like, I felt like there could have been little, even if it was a, you could easily have resolved this by giving us the classic. These two have been lovers from young. Just give us that little background of these two have been lovers from young. They either denied that they were in love with each other, and as the days went by, they slowly started to get closer to each other, and then they were inseparable. And always
Do a bit more build. A bit
There
more
you
build.
go.
I even felt that with Denzel. Cool, he wasn't in the first one, but show me who he might have been, or like make that shit up, man.
Yeah,
Put it in
yeah.
black and white and show me the black character when he was in the Coliseum with my man. Like, what we doing here? Like,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
is who is he?
No,
Like the
you're
same
right,
with
you're
the
right.
twins. It's
Yeah.
like the same with the brothers. Well, they weren't twins, but the same with the brothers.
Yeah.
Like, how we
It's
get
fucked
here?
up.
Who are these guys, bro?
How these brothers who probably got an average age of like 24, how are they the ones calling the shots for Rome?
Bro, like it's just, and so you just felt nothing for no one.
Yeah.
But it was a good film.
It was.
It was a good. It was a good watch. It was. It was a good watch. It was decent. It was decent. A decent little film. Still, it was all right. It was all right. It just wasn't needed. If we was gonna do that, it was all right. Cool. We didn't really need that.
Yeah.
Like, thank you.
They
Thank
set
you.
the table.
Uh.
They set the table, and they just didn't give us all that was shown on the menu.
Nah,
They gave us
nah.
part. It's like
Yeah.
going to a West Indian shop. You look at the menu
That.
and you're like,
That. I mean,
ah,
nah,
cool,
that.
we get one of them, and it's like, we now have that, but have this, and you're like, all right,
Yeah.
cool, this is good. But
Yeah,
I wanted
yeah.
more. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Ratings.
I didn't need this. I didn't need this sequel. I
But
didn't
you've
care.
got it. You're ungrateful.
Yeah, I didn't need this sequel. I didn't care for a sequel. But if you're confirming you're gonna give me something, I might as well go check it out. You know what? I'm gonna give this, all things considered and everything said, I'm gonna give this 7 out of 10 TVs.
Okay, I'm gonna
Solid
give it.
film.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
It's good.
That's,
It's
I feel good. I feel good with that. Like there's only like
yeah,
a point.
yeah.
difference.
No, yeah, man. It's way more than above average. It's not one of those ones where it
Absolutely.
just
Yeah,
made
yeah.
5,
Yeah.
but it's not enough for me to. Yeah, there was too much. It was too shallow. It was too hollow. There weren't enough in it for me to say yes. I felt some like this was on the big screen. Like, all of this was just overwhelming. Like there weren't none of that. There weren't none of that. Again, salute to Uncle Denzel, the way he was just able to come in this and just.
He is. We're not being. We're not blowing smoke up his arse or anything like that. But
Pause.
I think it's fair to say, him being in this film and the type of performance he's delivered is the reason why people are gonna keep talking about this film way past its like window in the cinema to the point.
Bro,
where
if
it
he's
goes
not
to
in
Oscars.
this, you may as well just throw this straight to
Yeah.
Netflix.
Alright, you know
Yo, what you been watching, man? Recommendations. What you been watching?
Recommendations. You know what? Yeah, I don't think we actually reviewed this or spoke on it. I'm gonna say you need to go check out the Vince McMahon documentary. I think it's good timing to watch it because obviously wrestling's moving to Netflix as of January, and I think this documentary was specifically for people who may know about wrestling but they don't know enough to care. So, if you haven't already, go check out the Vince McMahon documentary, on Netflix. What you got, Brother Zush?
All right, I got one which I hope you're watching as well, so we can review soon as Cross. Alex Cross, Amazon.
Shit.
On Amazon. If you're not watching that, go check out, man. Go check out two brothers doing their thing. Yeah. People, as usual, hope you enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed presenting it to you. You know, like here, doing what we do. We'll be back. Look out for it. You already know. It's Watch It or Not.
TV.
And we out.